the builders of stone and fire. The calling. The job postings had been endless, some too quiet, others too clean. Desks and sterile lights, synthetic smiles and click-clack keys. Nothing fit. Until one morning, after countless false starts, the human stood at a road construction site. The air was heavy with dust, sun rising over cracked concrete, and the machines, towering, growling beasts of metal, roared like welcome drums. There was something sacred in the noise, something primal. The human's hand touched the side of a paver like a priest greeting a shrine. This, finally, was it. From their observation post cloaked in refracted light, the alien delegation noted the shift. They had been following this human for months now, cataloging behaviors, choices, patterns. Most species sought comfort and routine. This one sought friction, adversity, the kind that tore skin and built calluses. Strange, whispered one of the xenopsychologists, antennae curling. They appear pleased. Yes, another murmured. Content. And that, more than the sweat or noise or risk, is what began to trouble them. Breaking ground. The human began work before first light. The stars still shone faintly when the crew gathered, worn boots stamping frost, steam rising from coffee and breath alike. Then the machine started up, belching fire and thunder into the sleeping world. To the human, it was music. The scoop and drag of the excavator. The grind of asphalt torn like old skin. The smell of diesel and scorched earth. They called it progress, but to the aliens watching, it looked like war. The machines gouged at the ground, reshaping nature without hesitation. Hills flattened. Trenches opened like wounds. Trees fell to saws and grinders without ritual or mourning. Yet the human, laughing, sweating, shouting joyfully over the din, was radiant. They make war on the world, said a silver-skinned analyst. And they smile. It's more than war, corrected the lead observer, eyes narrowing. It's creation through destruction. This is ritual. They recorded the chants, crew slang, shouted instructions, and music blasted from radios. Each sound a strange harmony of chaos and coordination. Resistance training. The heat beat down like a living thing. Asphalt shimmered in waves. The alien sensors registered 48 degrees Celsius on the ground's surface. Most species would falter. Not the human. They moved with stubborn grace, lifting, dragging, guiding machinery through the molten morning. Forearms slick with sweat, shirt clinging like a second skin, they shouted a joke over the engine's snarl. Laughed. Later, they'd work in freezing rain. The aliens documented it all. Temperatures, wind speeds, hazards. In every condition, the human endured, even flourished. We theorized environmental resilience, one alien muttered. But this borders on fanaticism. It's not just resilience, replied another. It's enjoyment. They like the hardship. It was true. The human wore their bruises like medals, their blisters like pride. Each ache a badge of belonging. For them, suffering wasn't an obstacle. It was confirmation they were in the right place, doing the right thing. They are not merely surviving the environment, whispered the xenopsychologist. They are becoming part of it. The ritual of roads. Each day followed a rhythm. Machines rolled in, broke the earth, and poured in stone and fire. Gravel, asphalt, tar, ingredients in an alchemy as old as civilization itself. But the human didn't just follow orders. They led. The aliens watched as they directed traffic around the site, measured depths with uncanny precision, checked the compactor's thrum by touch alone. Their motions were deliberate, ritualistic. They knelt beside the curing concrete with reverence, as if reading sacred texts. This is not manual labor, one alien said. It's art. Industrial symphony. The human's joy was contagious. The crew rallied around them. Even in silence, there was camaraderie, shared purpose, shared hardship. Not just building roads, but building meaning. Look at how the others respond, noted the lead. Their morale rises with the human's presence. Their productivity increases. Emotion is infectious. The site was more than construction, it was transformation. A place of struggle, grit, and growth. And the human stood at its center, shaping not just ground, but community. Observers uneasy. In their hidden ship hovering above the horizon, the alien team held a rare emergency meeting. They're changing the terrain at alarming speed, said the lead analyst. Hundreds of meters a day. New paths carved where none existed. The environmental impact is enormous, another cut in. But what troubles me more is this. They seem to crave it. They replayed footage, the humans' hands guiding the screed operator, the joy when a paving job was done right. The crew's cheers, the high fives, the machine pettings. This is not conquest, murmured one alien. It is communion. And that was unsettling. For eons, their species had studied sentient life. Suffering usually bred resistance. Hardship begot avoidance. But humans? They dove in, wrestled with chaos, made it sing. We must revise our models, the xenopsychologist declared. Humans do not merely adapt. They dominate and find fulfillment in the very conditions that would break others. The room fell silent as the implications settled over them like dust after detonation. The joyful forge. At dusk, the humans sat on the curb of their fresh-laid road, sipping lukewarm coffee and watching steam rise from the asphalt. Face smeared with grime, hair damp, they looked serene. A fellow worker plopped beside them, bumping shoulders. They laughed, shared a stale sandwich, admired the day's work like painters gazing upon a finished mural. To the aliens watching, this quiet moment was the most terrifying of all. They do not fear the heat or noise or labor, one whispered. They are at peace in it. Another added, even bonded by it. They are not separate from their tools or team or terrain. They are forged together. The data was undeniable. Emotional fulfillment correlated directly with exposure to physically extreme tasks, especially when combined with tangible progress. The aliens had a word for creatures like this, world shapers. Rare, dangerous, irrepressible. And humans were all potential world shapers. The lead observers sat back, tension curling in their gut. What happens, they asked softly, when they tire of building roads? Legacy etched in stone. The road stretched across the horizon, gleaming under twilight's glow. It was straight, level, strong, built to last. The crew packed up. Machines shut down. The human lingered. They touched the cooling surface with one hand, whispering something only they could hear. The aliens recorded it, translated it. A simple phrase. We made something good today. That night, the aliens held their final meeting. They shaped the world with fire and force, and call it love. Creation through trial, said another. They are not just builders. They are believers. And so the observers left Earth, their ship sliding silently through atmosphere and into the stars. Their report would echo through councils and civilizations. Beware the humans. They are the ones who find joy in adversity, who laugh in the furnace, who hammer purpose from resistance, who bend the bones of planets to dreams forged in sweat and steel. They are the builders of stone and fire. And they are only just getting started.